What is up, guys? Welcome back to Where the Endermen Are. So, if you're not familiar with this series, the idea or the concept was that I was going to walk to the end of the Minecraft world. Now, unfortunately, in 1.8 or 1.9, Notch or Jeb actually removed the old kind of what do you call it, farlands would be. So now when you actually get to the end of the map, it's just basically huge, vast ocean. So I'm going to change it up just a little bit. It's still going to be, instead of saying I'm going to walk to the end of the map, what I'm going to say is I'm going to treat this as living kind of in a nomadic fashion. You know, nomads, for all intents and purposes, they travel, they live on the road, they live travelling, they don't ever stop in one area for too long. They live off the land and things like that, so it's kind of a cool concept. The other thing is to stick with the theme of Endermen. I think what I'm going to make this also about is hunting Endermen and trying to harvest as many Ender pearls as we can. So by the end of this series, whenever it ends, however it ends, we'll count up how many pearls we have and all that good stuff. So I think that's going to be an excellent idea for a series. Now some people are also saying I shouldn't be moving my bed, but the reason I'm moving it is so that as I move through the world, I'm changing my spawn point. Now one problem this has, let me actually sleep now, one problem this has is that it doesn't actually help me. If I sleep there now, my respawn has been, or my spawn point has been changed, but now if I take that bed up, I'm going to spawn way back at the last place, or basically I may spawn way back at the beginning of the level, so I'm not really sure what to do. Maybe I should just treat beds as checkpoints and just constantly, work on remaking as many chests as I'll ever need. So what I'm going to actually do here is make a furnace, if I can. I've got enough cobblestone here. And I'm going to smelt this iron. So let's place this down. So yeah, just to recap quickly what this series is going to be about. It's not necessarily going to be about walking to the end of the world now. It's going to be about walking in one direction, trying to live on the road, never settling down in one area. And it's also going to be about hunting Endermen. So anytime we see an Enderman, we're going to take it head on. But for the first few episodes, I may skip nights just so that I can work on getting resources and things like that. Speaking of which, I see a bunch of sheep, and I think one of the best things I could make, one of the tools that's going to become very essential to me then, is if I'm using beds as checkpoints, is wood and an axe and shears, because I'm going to have to constantly be making beds in order to have checkpoints. So, and unfortunately beds don't stack, but perhaps there's a mod out there maybe that could, or someone could even design me a mod that would let beds stack, just so that I can carry them and use them as checkpoints. But I think it may actually add a good dynamic to have them just on their own, never actually stacking, because that means I need to really think about when I'm going to use my beds and things like that. Now the reason shears are valuable to me is because they can shear sheep and get up to 4 blocks per shear on a sheep. So I'll show you right now if I can. So we right click and we get 4. There we go. That's already a bed and 3/4 or 3 or 1/3. So I will hunt for more sheep, gather as much wool as I can. They're going to be sheep wool and wood. Like I said, is going to become one of the most valuable things to me, along with food in general. Now I do see that cow down there, so I may go and take that cow out after I get this wood here. And I just realised I haven't started my timer. Nice one, Sneaky. You're really off to a good start. So I'm actually going to pause this here, check how much time I've used, and then I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, a little bit of lag there. So yeah, this is again, this is just temporary where I'm staying. This is by no means me settling down. I'm just taking advantage of the land while I'm here, seeing if I can find any animals. I'm going to kill these cows in a second. I can see a sheep over here. I'm going to shear you. Thank you very much. I'll take all that. There's one over there, but I'm not going to venture too far off right now. I'm actually going to need to go and cook some of this food that I've got, because my hunger bar is really low. Now sometimes I'm not fully used to the hunger bar thing yet, so sometimes I overlook it and completely forget it's there, but I will harvest. I'm actually dying, so I'm going to have to take some of this now, just to hold me until I cook this. I know I've got these mushroom stews, but I don't want to use them because I'm pretty sure they heal a lot of health. So I don't want to use them up too much. I want to use those in kind of desperate times or whatever. So let's just heal ourselves up with this. That heals up a lot. So let me have a look at my stuff right now. Actually, it may be cool to get a wolf for the road, so I'll keep an eye out for those. I'm going to turn these into sticks, and I'm going to make myself an iron sword. So now I'm starting to feel a little bit more equipped to fight Endermen, just purely because I've got the iron sword now, which is invaluable in many ways. So I've got a shovel now as well. I don't think I'm going to need these saplings. Oops. So I'm actually going to throw these sapling away. Somewhere I'm not likely to pick them up again, because I don't plan on stopping for long enough to harvest trees, especially when there's a lot around anyway in abundance. Now what I can do here is make some armour. There's a lot of cows kicking around, so I can use their hide and their meat for food and armour, which is awesome. That one didn't drop much. There's an egg, not going to need that. So I'm thinking constantly about what materials I actually need and what I won't need. So let's get some chicken as well. Kill this cow. Whoa, you just flew right over my head, son. So I'm glad people are actually into this idea, though. I thought the concept of basically, for all intents and purposes, walking for every episode wouldn't go down well, but it seems people are into the idea and are kind of confident that it may develop into something decent. And if you look now, it's not like this is boring stuff that's happening. I mean, I'm walking around, I'm creating stuff, I'm focusing on the objective. In a way, I'm providing, hopefully, commentary that entertains you in some way or another. Let's throw this back in here. I'm sure I had more leather than that, did I not? I've not made a chest, so... Oh well, whatever. Let's turn this back into wood. Let me think here. I don't need feathers. I don't need the sand. I'm just trying to think about things that I can get rid of, so that I'm not overloading my inventory with stuff that I don't need. So let's throw it all away. That's like the trash pile over there. Okay. Just trying to think what I could do here. I could probably make a stone pickaxe, but sorry, a stone axe, but no, the wooden one will do for now. If I'm trying to save on resources, I might as well use everything down to the very last minute. Now the good thing about I didn't mean to do that. The good thing about playing on 1.9 pre-release 2 is that we actually get weapon repair, and that's going to be useful to me, because if there's ever a time where my weapons are starting to deteriorate, I can just quite easily repair them. In a pinch, you can do it all within this space here. You only need 2 slots, so that's good. Keep that in mind for the future. I'm just going to collect as much wood as I can. I'm thinking it's probably going to be better if I start keeping my wood reserves in log form and then only converting them back to planks when I really need planks, if that makes sense. Like, I can carry more wood as logs than I can carry them as planks. I hope that makes sense. Like, for example, if I have 16 of these, that basically gives me a full stack of wood planks, whereas right now I've got a full stack of 64 planks. I could have 64 of these and have, theoretically 256 wooden planks without thinking about it. So all these little things that I'll need to start getting used to, as far as I'm keeping resources set up nicely. I'm going to quickly look around. There's another sheep, so I'm going to have to collect on wool and keep a good supply of that as well. So let's take his wool. Any more kind sheep willing to donate their woolly whatever? Can't even think of what I'd call it. Let's get a look at the land here. Whoa. Check where that sun is again, so that I'm not getting lost. I think it's over this direction, actually, now that I think about it. Oh no, I was right. Okay, it's that way. So anyway, let's go back. It looks like the sun's coming down. Now I actually kind of want to look around for some animals, but I'm not too confident yet because I don't have armour. I don't have enough armour. So what we're going to have to do is find some cows. That's going to be my priority right now, is finding cows. The other good thing about this series is a lot of it's focused on gameplay, so I can actually sit down and talk about how I'm processing, my thoughts on how to do things, and all that stuff is like all spoken as it happens. So I quite like that dynamic as well. Now I'm going to turn... didn't I have sticks somewhere? Didn't I have a lot of sticks? There we go. Let's do half. Turn all those back into torches. Now this is just partly me being very pedantic, but I want to rearrange my chest or my inventory a little bit so that it's not too hectic. Building materials here. Wool, food, armour, weaponry, valuables. There we go, that's decent. Let's put this here. Put my tools in an order I can function with. There we go. That's... oh, didn't mean to drop that coal. Got a bunch of chicken. Which... now it's time to go and find some cows. And I think I'm still confident that I can live for the next while. I should actually eat some food right now. I'm pretty confident that I can survive for the next few nights without ever really needing to worry about my bed too much. So I am going to collect my stuff back and get on the road again. Going to look for some cows on the way. I'm not even sure really if tools benefit much here from destroying these. I've never known that. I could never really tell. I don't think they do. Did I leave a torch? No, I didn't. See, I'm trying to save on all these resources here. But let's move on. If we find an Enderman, hopefully we do, I'll take him on. I don't want these saplings. So sheep and cows is what I'm aiming for right now. But mostly cows. Let me just double check that I'm actually I'm on normal difficulty. And to benefit me a little bit, I'm going to turn my field of view up so that I just get a little bit more on my screen at once. Got all these eggs lying around. Don't really need the eggs, but it doesn't hurt to carry them right now. I'll collect this chicken though. I could be keeping the feathers to make arrows as well. I think having a bow and arrow at some point is going to be good. That those long range attacks are going to be very, very, very useful to us in the future. So, I think my inventory is full. I need to free up something to get eggs away. Those feathers can go just now as well. Chicken, you can come with me. So I am heading towards the rising part of the map, where stuff rises, the moon and the sun. That's all I need to remember. As long as I'm heading in that direction, I'm content and I don't need to worry about anything else. Now if I ever miss an Enderman, there's probably no point in pointing it out though. Oh, here's a telltale sign of there being an Enderman around. I don't want to look directly. Oh, maybe not. But that wouldn't have spawned there, just on its own. So I'm assuming there may be an Enderman around somewhere. Let's shear this sheep while we're here. See, that's the biggest problem is skeletons. I think if I'm ever going to run into a skeleton, and I'm getting some lag. Yeah, if I ever run into a skeleton, I think I may just run off just now until I get some, until I can get a full set of iron armor. I'm not too confident about fighting skeletons because they're so pinpoint accurate right now when they get up close. So that's something we need to remember. Any Endermen? Now, I'm not particularly in a rush. They wouldn't be in the water. Of course, I don't like water. I'm not particularly in a rush to find an Enderman. Oh god, there's a spider. I'll take this guy on easy. But it would be cool to find some this early on and maybe get a head start on come on. Oops, didn't actually mean to. Okay, so I'm actually going to collect this. Let me just double check there's nothing around here that's going to ambush me. There's a creeper over there, but Whatevs. I'm going to collect the string because I can turn that into a bow and arrow, which is very valuable, like I said, for long range attacks. Now I know I'm not heading in the right direction here. I'm actually walking along here, trying to find a safe route across here so that I don't run into any creepers, which there seem to be a few of. Oh god, there's a skeleton. Can they not see you through vines? Interesting. Well, let's cross this. And there's a creeper there, but oh god, there's a skeleton as well. Well, scratch that plan, let's head back this way. The moon's heading that direction. So this is... Actually, I'm really into this idea. Oh, I'm going to get a memory leak, I think. Minecraft is run out of memory leaks by a bug in the game or by the Java virtual machine not being allocated enough memory. If you're playing in a web browser, try downloading the game and playing offline to prevent level corruption. The game has quit. Please restart the game. If someone could tell me in the comments how to allocate more memory to Minecraft, I would do that. I've got more than enough, I think, at this point to donate some to Minecraft to keep it running. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to reset my game. Okay, we're back. Now I kind of forget what I was doing. I think I was just trying to find a safe route across here without running into any skeletons or creepers. And what do you know? There's a skeleton over there. There's one over there. I'm worried. I'm going to head in this way direction. I see a spider in the water, but I don't see. Yeah, I think I mentioned it, but I don't know if I mentioned it in full. But if you ever do see an Enderman, there's probably no point in pointing it out because I think I see one actually. But by the time the video goes up, there's probably a chance, you know, I'm way ahead of that point, and there's no point in going back, if that makes any sense. So yeah. So don't worry about pointing any out that I may have missed. I keep feeling like I'm seeing them, but I don't know if I'm just seeing like the trunks of trees and maybe something moving around them, and assuming that's just a tall black figure, but whatever. Let's just head this way. Oh, actually, yeah, that's fine. Just want to double check that I'm heading the right way. No Enderman, which is good, of course. I don't want to get caught off guard and bite off more than I could chew. So I'm like 50-50. I really do want to spot some Endermen and maybe actually try and kill some, but I'm not in a rush to. And I see a bunch of sheep, so I'm going to go and head over there. Get a lot of this wool. It's going to be good. Hopefully there's no mobs around. Oh, there's so many sheep. This is awesome. We'll have a full stack in no time. There's a bunch of creepers over there. I'm going to try and call out all the things I see to... Oh, don't want to waste on materials here. I don't really need people to tell me what I've missed or what they see and things like. I mean, you're more than welcome to. I'm not discouraging commenting whatever you feel like you need to comment, but I'm not too fussed if I don't spot anything's, you know, around the world. Anyway, I just threw away those flowers. I don't think I need them really. I may have picked some back up, but let's get rid of those. That gives me an opportunity to carry more wool just now, since it is going to be God, game's lagging again. Hopefully that doesn't mean memory leak. But I think down here, we'll check it out. We've hit a cave. But first I'm going to set up a little spawn point. Now I hope there's not... I see a couple of zombies. Oh, there's a creeper. Hey buddy. Just don't want to move too far down in case those zombies start, you know, trying to come and shake my hand and say hello, but just want to light this general area. There's a lot of iron here, it seems, as well. Definitely. But I'm going to dig a little hole. Let's see the way of those skeletons right now. I also hear a spider. That's okay. One has seen me. Hey, you stay there, bud, and I'm gonna dig a hole. Yep, you stay there. Just make sure he's not creeping up behind me here. So I think this is pretty much the perfect layout for our little house here. Let me just put a torch then before I block it up. Place my bed. Hopefully I can sleep here before the night is out and reset my spawn. Now I'm confident that I can leave this bed here without it being an issue, and this will be my new spawn point. But anyway, I'm going to end this episode here, guys. We've found a cave, we will explore it. So I told you it wouldn't all just be, you know, kind of straight up walking in one direction constantly every single episode. We're going to be in this cave for a little bit. But otherwise, guys, thank you for watching. My name is Sneakymode, and I will see you next time.